The Windhover by Gerard Manley Hopkins. To Christ our Lord, 1809 to 1889. I caught this morning's minion, kingdom of daylight's dauphin, dapple-dawn-drawn Falcon in his riding, of the rolling level underneath him steady air, and striding high there, how he rung upon the rein of a wimpling wing in his ecstasy. Then forth on swing, as a skate's heel sweeps smooth on a bow bend, the hurl and gliding, rebuffed the big wind. My heart in hiding stirred for a bird, the achieve of the mastery of the thing. Brute beauty and valour and act, O air, pride, plume, here, buckle, and the fire that breaks from thee, then a billion times told lovelier, more dangerous, O my chevalier. No wonder of it, sheer plod makes plough down sillion, shine, and blue-bleak embers, my dear, fall, gall themselves, and gash gold vermilion. Okay, this is a poem by Gerard Manley Hopkins. Okay, he was a Jesuit priest. He came from Stratford in Essex. And he was a Roman Catholic priest. He went to Haythrop College in London and then Balliol College. Let's see, he is his poems are normally very religious, and this poem, it's okay, it's talking about the beauty of a windhover. A windhover is a type of falcon, a type of bird of prey that hovers. And he's describing the beauty of this bird, and the beauty of nature, and how he sees and feels God in the beauty of nature. This poem is sprung rhythm. Sprung rhythm is where the rhythm imitates the rhythm of natural speech. And if you've noticed, the way I've read this, it's like I'm reading a piece of prose rather than a poem. Okay, so this is dedicated to God, and it's just saying that the beauty of this bird, the beauty of nature, amazes him and leaves him in awe of the God that he feels created everything. I caught this morning's minion, kingdom of daylight's dauphin, dapple-dawn-drawn Falcon in his riding. So I saw the Falcon this morning, and we've got, look, so morning's minion, and then daylight dauphin, dapple-dawn drawn. So it's dawn, and the falcon has been drawn to the dawn, and it's as if the falcon is riding the air. He's riding the dawn, and he's the dauphin, the prince, the prince of the kingdom, because the falcon is in the air and he's the prince of the air. And okay, all of this together, it gives a wonderful feeling to it. So he's saying that this falcon, the beauty of this falcon, coming out in the morning and riding the air is just, he's awestruck by its beauty. Of the rolling level underneath him, steady air and striding. So there's air rolling beneath him, and he's as if he's striding, he's taking big paces through the air, striding high there, high up in the sky. How he rung upon the rein of a wimpling wing in his ecstasy, and then off forth on swing. So he's like a rider holding the reins of a horse, on the rein of a wimpling wing. So a wimple is the white thing that goes on a nun's head, and it's normally quite big, and I get the idea of a wimpling wing, a flapping wing. So he suddenly changes direction. This is a sudden change of direction with the reins. He rung this change in his ecstasy. So it's like this hawk is in ecstasy, flying there in the sky. Then off forth on a swing, and the bird swings round as a skate's heel sweeps smooth on a bow bend. So he now makes a simile of the bird as if it's a skater on ice going in a curve, and he sees the heels or the back of the bird turning. The hurl and gliding rebuffed the big wind. So it's like there is all of this wind, but this bird is more powerful than the wind. It rebuffs the wind, it pushes back. My heart in hiding stirred for a bird, the achieve of the mastery of the thing. So his heart, he suddenly feels awe and wonder. His heart has been stirred, has been moved by the sight of this bird flying on the air. The mastery, the achievement, the incredible skill and ability of this bird. Brute beauty and valour and act, O air pride plume here, buckle. So brute beauty, the bird is a wild animal, but it's brave and it knows how to act in the air, and the bird is proud, and it has plumes, it has feathers. Here, buckle. So buckle, all of these things are joined together. Brute force, beauty, valour, action, air, pride, feathers, all of these things are buckled and joined together. And the fire that breaks from thee, then, and the fire that comes from God, this bird is filled with the fire of God, 1,000,000,000 times told, lovelier, more dangerous, O my chevalier. And this sight is 1,000,000,000 times more beautiful, more dangerous, more incredible than my explanation of it. O my chevalier. Here, my chevalier, it talks about God, oh my God, but the bird is also a knight, a chevalier, the representative of God, and the beauty of the bird is God's representative, God's knight, God's fighter. No wonder of it. So there is this is full of wonder. Sheer plod makes plough down sillion shine. Wow. Okay, so plodding. Okay, this has the idea of a plough being pulled through the land, and the horse is clearly plodding or working hard, and it ploughs the sillion, the furrow, and this makes the ploughshare, the bit that's cutting, shine. So the fact that the plough is cutting through the land makes the plough shine. And this again is beauty, it's the evidence of God. And blue-bleak embers are, my dear, fall, gall themselves and gash gold vermilion. And I think, to me, the blue-bleak embers are the bits of earth falling on the side, and you can see colours in the earth that this the plough has cut, and this is like a gold cut within the earth. Gold and vermilion. Vermilion is a red colour, I believe. So this is like it's cutting the plough is cutting the earth, but this again gives a beauty that the ploughman pushing the plough down the furrow produces his bright ploughshare. And this is what produces the brightness of the soul. That there are embers, that there is a fire that comes from the colours of this furrow, of this earth, and this reveals the spiritual glory of God. Well, this poem is quite difficult. Notice as well, though, Manley Hopkins says that for him this is the best poem he ever wrote, and it's very good because the whole poem itself catches the idea of the beauty of nature, and through that he's expressing his awe at nature and how God has created these incredible things. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. The Windhover by Gerard Manley Hopkins.